Howdy, and welcome back here for episode 23 as we're going to start off with wrapping up the month of July. But first, we're going to pick up a cultivating contract. Now, this will be a somewhat larger field, so we're going to use both of our cultivators. And I'll have a worker get started, and then I'll help along doing the other part manually so we can knock it out real quick. Then we're done with that. We're going to move on to the month of August. Once we get there, we're going to have our sugar beet field, which should be ready to harvest, which means we're going to have a lot to get done this episode because we need to harvest it, we need to plow it, replant it, which also means we need to lime and fertilize it. Let's get started with this cultivating contract, get it done, then we'll move on to the month of August. So as we wrap up this contract here, we're going to head back over to the shop, put our equipment away, and then we're going to move on to the month of August. Now, I will forget to collect the contract, but that's okay. We'll collect it in the next month. I just forgot the time to do that before we moved on. But anyways, let's get this all put away, and then we're going to move on to August and then get started on the sugar beet harvest. first headland is all done. So we're going to head down here to this end of the field and start here because it seems to be kind of a natural starting and end point for the GPS driving feature. Yeah, it's still a little bit, I mean, it is much better than it was in FS22, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. Anyways, I also got a driver set up on the auto drive to cart for us. So whenever we get filled up, we can just put out our auger, they'll come up and we can empty into them and they'll take it over to the sugar beet cut production for us. At least that's the theory. And I believe it should work. But let's continue on with getting the rest of this field harvest and empty our first load into the trailer and get this field fully harvested. So we are all done with the harvest and we got a ton of sugar beets, which is awesome because that's money for our savings account. We're gonna head over here, follow our tractor and trailer and get this all unloaded into the production. And then when we're done with that, we still have a lot to get done because, well, harvesting the sugar beets just created a whole bunch of more work for us because now we need to plow it. We need to put some lime down, put some fertilizer down, plant new sugar beets into the field, and then fertilize it again. So there is still a lot to get done. So let's head back to the shop, get our equipment put away, and get started on the next steps. Well, because I don't want to be here all month. Well, I mean, we're going to be here all month for the month of August anyway, but I don't want to be plowing this field for the whole month. We're going to go buy a second plow. Now, I'm initially going to pick up a different plow. However, this one feels a little too cheaty even for me. And I know that's like a contradiction or saying, I don't know, because I mean, yes, I have unreal capacity, and yes, like our sugar beet harvester has unrealistic working with and all of that, but it's just, yeah, this one, it doesn't feel, it feels a little too much for me, which is saying, I don't know why it is either. Doesn't make sense. But anyways, we're going to do one headland with this plow, and then we're going to swap it out and get the same plow we have the other one, but we'll make it purple because purple is the color that rules all colors. It's my favorite. And yes, I am borrowing some of these colors from the Skill Farm series I did on my main channel, but you know what? I like purple. But also I do like the other plow a little bit better too, just because in addition to plowing, it also puts down with those rollers on the back of the plow, it puts down a seed bed on it, which is just a lot easier when it comes to planting time. So let's get this swapped out, and then we will continue on with plowing up the rest of the field. And then we're going to put our lime down, get it all limed, and then start the planting. We have pretty much finished the plowing, so I'm gonna get worker going here on putting down some lime, and then I'm gonna start the planting, although I'm gonna take over for the worker that is plowing because, well, I could have sworn I put both the worker and our GPS assist driving thing at 0 degrees, but for somehow, some way, they ended up at different angles. But you know what? It is what it is. The main thing is the field is plowed. So let's continue on with having a worker get everything limed, and we're gonna hop in the planter here and plant some more sugar beets so we can pretty much do the opposite of what we normally do in an episode where, hey, we're gonna plow and plant sugar beets and then harvest it. We're doing the opposite in this episode. We harvest, plow, and plant. Somewhat opposite. What? It's opposite day. We're gonna go with it. So let's continue on with getting the rest of the sugar beets all planted. Then when we're done with that, we're gonna put down another coat of fertilizer. and we are all done with the planting. Now, after the incident previously where I missed a spot here, I'm always going to double check that to make sure I got the full field planted, which I did. So we're going to get a worker going here on getting this field, the last coat of fertilizer down, so it'll be fully fertilized, planted, and ready to go. Now we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping business with our equipment. For one, we're going to, the plow that's yellow needs to be a purple. So we're going to fix that and get it to the proper color. In addition to that, we're going to sell both of our planters. We're going to sell the Kinsey and the other one. And the reason for that is we're going to buy another Kinsey that will allow us to paint it the proper color, i.e. purple. Yes, that's our plan. So we're going down to just one planter, but the other reason I want to do this besides just that, I mean, this one is a custom edit of the planter I did where it has a roller built into it. We're going to get the other one here that will allow us to attach a roller if we want. But additionally, besides being able to do purple, it will allow us to do just seeds only, no fertilizer. And I don't really want to put fertilizer in the planter because we're also doing contracts. And I don't want to be putting down fertilizer if we're going to be doing contracts, because that's expensive stuff. So we'll get this bought, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this episode here. So I want to thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and hope to see you in the next video.